Welcome and welcome back. My name is Raquelle Lynnette. If this is your first time here, welcome in. Clearly you're interested in finding out some really good blushes for your brown skin tone. I'm going to be pinpointing and highlighting some good blushes for brown tone. So brown, even if you're a little bit lighter than me, or if you're darker than me, or if you're exceptionally deeper than me. I'll be highlighting some things that I think will complement you and some things that have been tried and true and a part of my collection for a very long time. Some of them are new releases, but I just feel like before you spend your coin, we can talk about it a little bit, right? All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go back to like my very first high-end blush purchase, and this is just, I literally went to a lot of people have noticed it, I've seen it a lot before, right? You find your perfect blush shade and you never switch it up. You just go back and you find it and you're married to that blush shade because it complements so well and it just goes well with your skin tone and every single look that you would like. So that was me for some years, right? And the blush that it was this Makeup Forever blush, and this is, they come in single pans, but I had a highlighter that broke in there, and this is B500. This is a very wine blush, and I just loved it for so many years, and I never thought to switch it up until I started watching some of my videos like, boy, you never switch up your blush. That's when I started to get some more blush. So after that, Anastasia Beverly Hills launched their blush trios, so I picked up this. Now this blush trio comes in 3 different shades aimed towards brown skin. I feel this is a highly pigmented blush trio. I love all 3 of these. I usually just mix all 3 of them together, but I'm just gonna go ahead and swipe all 3 so you guys can see what colors they actually are. So there they are. And these honestly just come off, when blended together, they just give the perfect shade. I've just used it for so many years. If I want a different color, I would use the peachier one. If I wanted a deeper hue, I would use the more wine colored one. But for the everyday, I would use that. That palette is highly pigmented and very long lasting and worth your coin. I've used that for at least ever since the launch. I wanna say 3-4 years, ever since that came out. So I would definitely recommend the Anastasia Beverly Hills blush trios. So then I woke up and realized, oh, you're married to this blush palette again. It's time to switch it up. That was around the time Fenty Beauty was launching. So I got their Moscow Mule and Ginger Binge. This is a very light mauve blush, okay? And it has a shimmer in it. This is not going to be your matte blush. This is not going to be super pigmented. This is a highlighting blush for every day. This is like I would wear this to the office because like you would never really see. It's not too overbearing or anything like that. Let's get that in focus. But as you can see, these 2 are the mauve shimmer shades for every day. Let's see if we can get it. And I loved it, and I was just married and I had those 3. I was going back and forth between those 3, but once I pick up one blush, then I just stay married to it, and then I just started to rotate the Makeup Forever, Anastasia Beverly Hills, and the Fenty. And it was like that for a very long time. Then I started dabbing into Natasha Denona. I know a lot of people get intimidated when you hear Natasha Denona because, I mean, let's be honest, Auntie Denona definitely does tax, but I have found her products are well worth it and very well loved in my collection. I hit pan on almost everything that I've purchased from her. With that being said, I bought this Bloom palette when it first launched, and I can't really show you guys because it's been so used and abused. But this blush right here is a bouncy blush, so it's not a powder. It is kind of like a mousse, but it's silky and velvety. And I'm just gonna swatch this on my inner arm so we can try to get some better swatches. There it is right there. A very true cranberry blush. Just beautiful. And I'm gonna actually put this on so you guys can see. And I just applied this with my fingers, so we're just going to build that up a little bit. That was just one dip into it. As you can see, it is just gliding on my face beautifully. It's not patchy. It is the moussey consistency, and I absolutely loves it. So yeah, you see what I mean? It's so pretty, and I'm brown and it shows up on my brown skin, so that was definitely taken into consideration. A very well loved product from me. The highlighters actually work too, but that's for another video, right? That's for another video. All right, so speaking of cream, I don't typically ever use a cream blush. It was always intimidating for me. I just felt like it was just going to move my powder products or not look right, because previously I was dealing with acne, and now I'm just kind of dealing with the scarring, so I didn't want to do anything to create more oil or anything, so I was always nervous. And then Fenty just recently launched their cream blushes, and I picked up Summertime Wine, and I love this so much. I feel as if this is the cream, I feel as if this is like a cream summertime, I feel like this is the cream Moscow Mule Ginger Binge, honestly, because it's a very light mauvish pink as well, but it blends out, and there it is right there. Very pretty, and I really like it. I've been using this a lot since the launch, and I don't regret the purchase. There's a bunch of different shades that I haven't even tried yet, like some purple ones in there that I know would really just give the perfect kiss of color for a deeper hue brown tone, but I haven't tried any yet. So hopefully Sephora opens up soon and I could, you know, see what else we got going on. But for now, this is a great formula and a very good shade range for you. All right, so I have a thing with wine colored blushes with my brown skin. It's just something that I like. I don't really go towards peach typically, so if I see a good wine blush, I'm going to try to pick it up. So this MAC, this is the Rosy Does It, and this is one of their newer releases, and I just swatched it in the store and I thought that it was so pretty. Again, this is a bouncy mousse formula. I really do like that type of formula when it comes to blushes, I'm finding. Not necessarily like a cream stick for a blush, but the bouncy mousse type is really good. And that is the MAC right there. So it's like a lighter shade of wine. Even though it looks really intense, it's not, and it's going to blend out beautifully for you. So next, I just want to point out blush palette. So you have like the trios that I have, which is really good because you can always customize for what color that you want for that day. So I just want to pinpoint the Sahara blush palette, the Saharan blush palette by Juvia's Place. And as you can see, we have some wine colors, we've got some shimmery, we've got some peach tones. And it's really good because you can customize it to whatever you want. This will work for deeper tones and lighter tones, which is great. And this is something that you can put in your kit, or if you're just beginning in makeup, so you can try to find the shade that you like the best. And this is an affordable palette as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead. And like show a little concoction or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up Tau, because that's a shade I don't usually go towards. It's like an orangish shade. I'm gonna mix Tau with Yara just to show you guys the different shades that aren't wine, but they would still look nice on your skin tone. So I'm just gonna build that up on my cheek. As you can see, this one is more orange and not as hidden wine like that. So this is more so like, I feel like a summer shade, you know, I'd like to wear every day. So yeah, I just mixed those two together and created a really nice custom color for my skin tone. If you are lighter or darker, you could do whatever you want, but this is a really jam-packed pigmented blush palette. So another affordable blush palette that I do want to highlight, again, it's a wine, and I just always feel wine looks beautiful on brown skin. That's just my thing. I like wine colored blushes for brown skin. So this one is called Red Riot, and this is a really red wine shade. So we're gonna go ahead and swatch it. So the undertone for this is definitely more red than wine, or purple, you know what I mean? So there it is right there, and it's really jam-packed, and it's a powder. Oh. But for under $10, you're gonna get a lot of pigment payoff with this, I promise. This is really good. NYX is such a good affordable brand. And I'm putting this on the cheek that I just showed you guys, a custom color, because I just want to kind of even out my cheeks so it look a little crazy, right? So you see the difference? Pinkish, more red. Maybe you can't base that off that because I've mixed two blushes. Anyways, y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I mean. I have one more blush that I wanted to show you guys before bringing this last palette on, so I'm just going to talk about it. It's the Laura Mercier blush, and I don't know where it is, but I set it aside for this video and I don't know where it is. So I'll just go ahead and insert a little, you know, picture and the price and let y'all know that it really is good. I really like Laura Mercier's formula. It's a very light formula. It's not going to pick up and stick in one place. You're not going to be able to blend it out. Definitely worth it. It is a little bit on the pricier side. As we know, Miss Mercier did not come to play with the prices. But as everything else that she produces, it's tried and true, and it really does work. So the last thing that I want to bring on here is the very brand new Moon Prism Blush Palette by Lunar Beauty. And this just hit Sephora and everywhere else, and I'm really liking this. And you know why? It's because these shades look like they wouldn't complement brown skin, but honey, some magic that Manny did actually works. And there are lighter shades, right? So I would say that this palette will complement, of course, a lighter shade of brown, my shade, and maybe up to like 3 or 4 shades darker than me. I don't think that is going to work well on super deep hued brown melanated skin. However, Spacey, I'm gonna go ahead and Spacey is a really pretty shade, and these are shades that I typically would not steer towards. But if they were mixed and everything, they look really good. So I just swatched Spacey and Gravity, and those are these two right here, and they actually are super freaking pigmented, y'all, and they do work for brown skin. And I've been using this for like 2 days. I haven't made a look with it. I was just trying to play around with it and see what would fit me, but it really does work for brown skin, and hats off to Manny. And then also their Soleil, this one has a shimmer to it, so I just feel like if you customize this and put the shimmer to it as well, I don't know if you can see that, but it's right there, right below my middle finger. It's just like a really tangerine shimmery shade that works well. So yeah, I'm just gonna put some of that on because it has a little bit of a highlight. But yeah, guys, so I really hope that this helped you guys. I've seen a lot of videos, a lot of them are just showing you drugstore blushes, and I wanted to show you guys some high-end blushes that really work and are going to last a long time. I feel like a lot of people don't I understand if you can get something cheaper and you're out to get a steal, or you can't necessarily afford a $30 brand or a $30 blush, that you're gonna go to the drugstore, which is why I included some. But I feel like there needs to be some high-end blushes included as well, because they do perform a little bit differently. And I mean, if you're in for it for the packaging, and if you like a certain brand, just wanted to show you guys some of the ones that really work. So here we are, all swatched out with my favorite blushes. I really do hope that this helped somebody out there, because this was requested, and I know that highlighter took over for a very long time, and blush is definitely making its way back, and everyone is into blush at the moment. So I just wanted to give you a heads up and have you have a little tab go off in your head when you're thinking about what type of blush that you would like to invest in. So if I helped you in any way, if you like the content, if you like this video, go ahead, give me a thumbs up. It helps me more than you know. Go ahead and click the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys here in my next video. Bye.